Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 15 of our Video Every Day in April challenge. I'm your host, Anna Larson of Nomadabout. This is my co-host, Selena Konmacki of Howoli Socially Inspired. Together, we formed our joint project, Anna plus Selena, which is the go-to place for website design, digital strategy, and more. Today, we are so excited to be talking about celebrating wins in business. Hey, Selena, how are you?
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry.
Yes.
Hi, my friend. Thank you for holding down the fort yesterday and, sharing that wonderful contribution about friendships and business, because you are definitely one of my, I don't even know. You mean so much to me, and it's like, I'll stop there. Anyway.
We won't get all sappy on everyone today, right?
Right.
But what I said yesterday is true, right? And honestly, what we're talking about today would never have happened if you and I hadn't formed a friendship and then a business relationship on top of that friendship. None of what we're talking about today ever would have happened. So that's like the foundation to being able to build some amazing wins for you and your business.
Yeah, no, totally. I think Anna and I were just chit-chatting about it, and we're like, you know what? It is important to remind yourself that, you've worked really hard. And so we're just saying, hey, here's some documentation tips on how you can remember those moments that are easy peasy. So let's jump right in, and we're going to get on with our day.
Let's do it. Okay, so the very first one that we came up with was to write in a business-oriented journal. Now, I just want to share with you something that Selena got me about a year and a half ago. It says, do one thing every day that centers you. It's just a mindfulness journal. But what I've done with this is when I have something positive happen in my life or in my business, I write it inside this little journal. And so I have like this constant reminder here in these pages of things that that just make me smile, including this bookmark, which I'm just going to share. Actually, I want to smash the page anyway. It just makes me laugh. But these are these things that make me smile, that make me remember how much I'm loved, that make me remember what I've been able to accomplish in my life as both a person and as a small business owner. So this is a really good way. Start writing in a business-oriented journal, little things that you've done that you want to remember, right?
Yeah, that's a win that creates that happiness when you remind yourself. But we know that not everybody can have a journal. So we have another tip to share. So, okay. Keep email and notes that make you shine. So maybe in your inbox, right? Have a little folder that says like wins. And just so if you're feeling down, you want to remember notes from clients, notes from just other people, maybe screenshot and send a note in there from a DM. I'll tell you, just this morning, I was telling Anna before we popped on, I said, I was so excited. I connected with another military spouse entrepreneur that is a UX researcher, and she sent me the best DM. And it was just like, we had a great conversation. We got to connect. She's in Japan. I'm here in Texas. And we just, we talked about business and all the things. But I think she doesn't know how she made my day when she just sent me a little note that said, hey, oh my gosh, I'd made this spreadsheet and of people that I wanted to connect with. And she's like, you'll never believe who's on the top. And I was like, and she told me it was I, and we were just so excited. And I that to me is a win, because it means like, I did something enough that she wanted to connect with me. So notes like that, just to remind you sometimes if you're feeling like this business is not working or da 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 da. So that's our second tip. Keep the email and the notes that make you shine.
And part of that then also, tip number 3 is kind of like a subset to this one, but it's keep an inspiration board of wins. So some of the notes that I have this card that a client sent me, this friendship card that somebody else had provided to me. And then this is kind of fun, but my daughter made me this a couple years ago when we started doing the 15-ish minute coffee chat. She created this fun little thing. And every time I look at it, I think, we're winning at this 15-ish minute coffee chat. We're winning at this, right?
Yeah, hold that up bigger so we can show off Bella's little like, oh, I love it.
Right? Magic. Look, she's even got little hearts down here, the howly with your pineapples. I mean, it's so fun.
Yeah.
And it's just something that I think she saw something that inspired her because of what her mother and Miss Selena, that's what we call it, Miss Selena, because what her mother and Miss Selena were doing. And it inspired her and made her excited to create this for me. And for me, that's a huge win, right? Yeah. And it reflects on how I'm doing business and what I'm teaching my child while I'm doing business, which is kind of like a double win for me, right?
I love it. I love it. So grateful that that's, I mean, when you can really like rub off on the right way to your kids. So that's perfect. Right.
Definitely.
You know what too? When we talk about, I'm going to bring up Anna's, is this our last one? I couldn't remember, Anna.
Well, we had one more, and this is appropriate because it was reflect on your old posts from social media, which is when you're not, when something pops up in your memories, or when, if you see something that rolls around again, reshare it.
Yeah.
Which leads us to say one thing: you have to first share your wins in order to be able to reshare and re-see those wins. Yes. So don't be afraid of celebrating what you have been able to do for yourself. It's super important.
Yes. I'm going to just bring this photo up, right? And this is just from yesterday. And I am going to say this one, right? So I know Anna shared this slide yesterday for our video, but in here, I'm going to see if it's going to let me, nope. Okay, if you zoom on in, right? So we were at a vendor at a spouse's luncheon, and it was so exciting. The members president had said, hey, do you mind just kind of popping up there and talking for 5 minutes about entrepreneurship? And Anna and I were like, yes, we'll talk anytime. And we popped up, and this picture, and it was so great. We had sent it over to, Moni Jefferson, the CEO of AMC. And we're like, look, we got to talk unexpectedly. And we told them we wanted to take a selfie with all of them. And we did. And I think Anna and I were just excited that it was just so well received. And I love this photo. I love, and Moni was so excited about it. She posted it on her social media. And I think that's what we're talking about, right? It's just a reminder of something that was such a great, it was a great event. And Anna and I kept looking at each other like, man, we got to connect with some really phenomenal people today.
Yes.
So.
And that is the kind of win you want to celebrate. Yeah. So this is why it's so important to celebrate wins in your business. You can celebrate your own wins. You can celebrate other people's wins. And what it does is it creates a bond, a connection and a bond, and it's motivating and inspiring. So we'd love it if you would share a win with us today. That's kind of like the final thing, right? We're heading up on a long weekend, a holiday weekend. So think about one thing you've done over this past week that would be a win, and drop it in the comments and let us know what it is. We'd love to celebrate it with you.
Please do. All right. Okay. Anna and I. You're hearing our Oscar music. It's telling us
it's time to go.
It's time to go. So, you guys, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.